Welcome to On the Scene with Patricia McDougall, celebrity photographer. We are here live in the studio once again, and we are going to have a fabulous day. We're going to start it out first real quick. I'm going to introduce my special guests in about 2 more minutes, but let's play that video. Leah was on the scene, and she was at Edison High School, and she was with her little bands and her little musical choir, and she did a little piece, and I want to share that with you this afternoon. So let's play that piece with Leah.
Oh, Leah on
Edison
the scene.
on the scene.
Leah on the scene.
Yes, she
That's
is.
what I'm talking about.
And if we have that piece, that would be awesome. Because Leah was just doing her thing. Fabulous. So welcome back. What do you think?
That was good, girl.
My goodness.
Good.
Well, we are on the scene. We are on the scene. So I'm going to just introduce my co-host here, Rue. Hey. Want to give a shout out, Rue?
Hello, everybody. Hello. Pat had me on the scene all day. You really on the scene, girl.
Oh, yeah.
We got a show for you today on the scene. We got some of our guests in the studio. Mm-hmm. I mean, we were on the scene hard, Sylvia.
Yo, I heard. Man, I heard all about y'all yesterday. It was awesome.
Look,
I was wearing him out. That's what it was.
I thought I was on the scene.
Who was on the scene?
And I've been everywhere. But let me tell you.
Patricia.
Ooh, that girl be on the scene.
Patricia McDougall be on the scene. What? That's awesome.
I was on the scene. I was. But I want to introduce my guest here for a minute, right? And I'm going to let her tell her a little bit about herself. This is Marilyn. She's going to pronounce her last name because I always mess it up.
Hi, Marilyn.
And we know our other guest over here, the superstar Sylvia. Tell them a little bit about you, Marilyn.
Well,
yes. Jan will be here shortly. Sephocle. See, hey, I wanted her to tell me because I didn't want to mess it up.
I like that name.
She wears many hats. She's going to tell you about that too.
I'm a professor at Howard University, but I also organized the annual Women Ambassadors Conference.
Wow. Awesome. Yeah, she's live on the scene.
Well, this
for
is
real.
the 21st annual, so this is a great anniversary.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Wow. We have some pictures with Jan Duplain. She's on her way. She'll be here shortly, but in the Maryland, when the folder we have, can you kind of enlighten us a little bit about some of these photos? Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
Remember the on the scene?
Absolutely. This is a conference on digital security in Africa. Yeah. And to my...
is that you over there on the left, Marilyn? That was you?
Yes, between two first ladies. Yes.
And I'm on the scene. Can you see me?
Hanging out. Burundi and the first lady of... on this particular photo, you have Denise and Nkurunziza. She's the first.
Look at you!
Burundi.
Yes.
Look at you!
Look at you! Look at you!
And the first lady of Guinea also.
Oh my God!
Yeah, first lady of Guinea. Wow!
You know some of my roots in Guinea. I'm an African Haitian American, so
yes,
I know Guinea very well.
Roots in Guinea.
Guinea very much so.
I came Guinea too.
You see, where are you from?
Okay.
Where are you
I'm
from?
originally from Martinique.
Martinique.
From Martinique. Wow, you know I'm from Belize, so you know he's from where?
Hey, T.
Haiti in the house.
Well, I think it's.
And from where?
I think that. Well, I'm also
where you
Marilyn
at,
too.
Howie?
You know, I do impressions, and so I think I'm from Martinique as well. So they,
Chintana.
Even though she by way of Southeast.
What's up, Chintana?
She by way of
Oh,
Southeast.
look who just arrived up in Chintana. Say hello, Chintana.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Wonderful.
Chintana.
Good to have you here on the show.
you,
And of
thank
course, I know
you.
you're little coming in a little while we're having some fun. So you can.
We're looking for you on the
yourself
scene
here.
at the French Embassy.
Yeah. Oh, you
No.
missed that.
I heard the miss. Oh, they turned it out.
Yes, they did. Yes,
beautiful.
they
Oh.
did.
We actually-
who did? Who turned? I wasn't on the scene. I need to be on the scene. With
Well,
y'all.
we're gonna-
I need to start being on the
We'll
scene.
talk
with
about
y'all.
that later in the
Okay.
show.
All right. Okay.
But since we're talking
We
cultures,
also have a special guest coming also.
Oh,
We
you
talk about Miss DC last night.
Yes.
You'll see some.
Okay, wonderful,
let's
awesome.
see.
Oh wow, we can't wait. We have one in the house. She's a designer, but she's gonna come on in a few minutes. But we're gonna turn it over to. Hey, Sylvia in the house.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I'm so excited to be here on the scene. Marilyn, I'm just telling you, you just got it going on. You have the, you know, that's why I did my impression of her right quick, because your characteristics are so unique and so different. It's easy to do an impression of you, and
Well,
I
my
am.
students try to do an impression of you, so you are very successful. With that.
Oh my goodness!
They often try to do an impression.
did?
And I'm absolutely delighted to hear about the 21st annual the Women's
Ambassadors Conference.
Ambassadors Conference.
Yes.
That's just
We
huge.
started in '95. Yes,
19?
at that
Not
time,
a-
there were only 5 women ambassadors, and today there are 21 in DC. Around the world, about 1,500. Because some of the men decided, the heads of state, they decided, okay, maybe we can send women to represent us.
absolutely.
I need to meet each and every single last one of them. I need to know, because this is just amazing. And we are going to. I have such good news to tell you guys that I wasn't going to tell anybody because, well, you know, it's political and folks just go off the chain about politics. But I am dating a new man, and I'm so excited about it. I'm about to introduce it on the Patricia McDougall show.
indeed.
Yes. I had areas.
Is that him?
That's me and my boo.
We love his hairdo.
That's me and my hot boo.
What?
Hey, DT. I call
I
him
didn't even know.
DT. Okay, so y'all want to call that? Hey, boo. Oh, we look so cute
I
together.
love it.
What did you do to his hair?
Where did you do what? It looks kind of cool.
I play with the hair. You know, he really.
You gotta stop roughing him out.
Let me tell you. Look, here's the deal. Donald really. I had to teach him how to like black people.
We got
that's-
to show that picture again.
You gotta show the.
Jan, you got to see that. Oh man.
Yes,
oh.
I
We got Stuart
Yes.
Anderson.
You
We got
gotta
a lot of
be
people on the
real
scene.
close.
I just announced my new relationship. I'm having an affair with Donald Trump. There we are. Hi, boo. Look at my Donald.
Oh
He's there.
my!
And-
Donald in the
and
house.
If you notice, he's all about
has to sing.
what do you call it? He puts the Mexicans on blast first. He puts the Muslims on blast, and then he was putting black people on blast. I said, Donald Boo, if you still want me to be your boo, you are going to have to not be so mean to me and my baby boos all across the area, especially. And I got Tia over here too. Look, don't be.
Sylvia, was you rubbing your hands all up
I
in his
did.
head?
I rubbed my hand.
You know
He
he
said-
don't like. You know he don't like that.
He
Rubbing
twisted.
him up.
He twisted that mouth up, and he said, "Don't do that to my hair." And I said, "Donald, I can do what I want to do to your hair."
Wow.
And he turned around. He looked at me, Jan. He said, "You know what? You're right. You can do what you want." So I
was
am
love-
and please don't nobody tell you know. I know
was loving it.
his wife even is okay with it. You know, she told me. She said, "Sylvia, I know that he'll never fall in love with you." That's all she told me. That, and I said, "You do not know. You have no clue." So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my story for today. Donald Trump and I are having an affair.
That is
having
big
an
DC
affair.
news.
That's gonna be
Y'all hear that?
on the
Right,
scene.
right,
Hey,
right.
listen, Vision.
Well,
Hope
we
y'all
on the
heard
scene,
that.
But I have a question here. So who is this lady here in the picture with you? The 94
94-year-old.
90-year-old lady Sylvia, can you tell me a little bit about
sure
her?
can.
That's
Do
a
we-
nice little picture of her.
Mother Zane is 94. I did an event with her the other night, about 2-3 nights ago, where
Okay.
she was portraying Sojourner Truth
Oh, yes.
for
yes.
International Women's Month.
Okay.
Which is why what you were saying, Marilyn, was such a big deal for me, because I've been doing a lot of international women.
Pull up. If
women
he has
yeah,
that
we're
picture,
gonna-
I'm not
okay.
sure if he has that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And,
It's in
and
the
Mother
Sylvia.
Zane is somebody that I have this thing about senior citizens.
Okay.
I've always had a thing with senior citizens. They are my friends. Since I was 9 years old, I would go and find senior citizens, 85, 95,
There she
105,
goes.
whatever.
Oh,
There she is.
Mama.
Hey, look at that. I'd say from Donald Trump to Mother Zane.
Oh, yeah, you got to play it all.
And she gave me such valuable information about back when she was hanging out with some of the big girls. I
Okay,
mean, like
okay.
Cicely Tyson.
Okay.
What's her name? The Dorothy Heights.
Okay,
She
all
was
right.
with these women of magnitude, of purpose, and she talked about her journey with respect to Sojourner Truth.
Wow.
And I told her if I had been on that journey with them, I'd have had to put on my tennis shoes because
Yeah.
they were walking, boy. They were
Just can't
walking.
imagine.
I really can't. But yeah, so thank you for pointing
Oh, I
that
had to
out.
do that.
I
So
really
we,
do.
so. Thank you for sharing that. We
You're welcome.
we have Jan in the scene. Jan is in the
Daylight
house.
savings.
Yes. All right. Yeah.
Oh, boy.
So
Thank
Jan,
Thank heavens. I said to Marilyn, now you got to make sure you get there on time. She said, oh, I'll be there in 15 minutes. And I said, no, you have plenty of time. You have an hour. She said, Jan, and because I was at Holy Cross Hospital, I looked up, they hadn't changed their clocks. Never mind. I'm here. You all are in full glory. Here we are. And I'm so glad Marilyn is here with us, Dr. Sephocle,
yes.
who is, and I'm not sure how much you've talked to her
we
yet.
gave a little
Bit about it, but
yeah.
it's a being in the diplomatic international community in Washington.
Yes.
Knowing not just in the diplomatic community, but in all communities, the percentage of women who have
come on.
positions.
Yes.
Whether it's in our Congress, in our Senate.
Tell it.
Okay,
Yes.
we have one of the lowest percentages. Rwanda has the highest percentage of women.
Jan,
in
that
their-
must
Wow.
be you. How are you there? Oh my, where's that?
That's a fashion show that I was at
fashion
recently
show,
with
Indy or something?
DC, Indie fashion show.
Wow.
Goodness.
Yeah, and the woman on the
Beautiful.
left, see the gentleman
On
in the
the
middle
scene.
is
On the
Harley. This is
scene.
on the scene. Harley, this is really on the scene.
On the scene, right?
Harley is the founder of the Indie, and on the left of him is Changu.
Oh, Ru.
Newman, who is
Oh,
the-
Ru. Oh,
my
my
daughter.
goodness. We
No,
done went right over to you.
they-
What?
We're at the French embassy.
How did we get to the French embassy?
Oh,
But
my
it's all
goodness.
right. We're hanging out on the scene.
Wow.
We go where the wild goose goes. But I want to
love
say,
it.
no, this is very special to have Dr. Sephocle.
I'm
really
so
is.
honored
Because
she's
She
here.
is a professor here at the university for a long, long
Howard
time.
in the house.
But it was her dream, her creation to honor women ambassadors,
just
which
wonderful.
are
See, that's awesome.
which is at one point it was up to 28. It's now down to 21. There's only 21 women. So you're talking, because we've talked about there are more embassies here than anywhere in the world.
That's
so you
right.
got
Yes.
180,
That's right.
180 plus,
Okay.
and only 21. Well,
Are headed by women.
are headed by women.
Wow.
But so they're very
That's
special.
amazing.
We want, and it's International Women's History Month.
month,
we
that's
want
right. That's
we
what-
want to pay homage to that. That's why I thought the timing of this, particularly because you have a conference that you've been doing every year
Exactly.
at Howard, and then you take people down to Capitol Hill. You go to the Women's Democratic Club. You do different
And
things.
to
Did you
the
talk about
African
this?
Union as well.
Oh,
The
yes.
conference brings together the women diplomats, the students community as well, the women diplomats, the student community, the professors, the general public. So it's a conference that enlightens people about what is going on in the world, about some of the most pressing issues in international affairs.
That
And
affects women, correct?
And also that affects men
Men
and
as well.
women.
Okay.
But it highlights also the work of women ambassadors because there are so few of them. As Jen was pointing out, there are approximately about 180 embassies, and out of 180 embassies, only 21 are headed by women. So
awesome.
A few years ago, I wrote a book entitled Then They Were 12, because back then there were only 12 women ambassadors. And among these women ambassadors, you find some of the most extraordinary women. For example,
Yes.
So the name of your book is
Then
there were 12. Okay.
And then there was
Yes,
12.
one
I
you can
love
find
it.
on Amazon.com.
Oh my! All
Okay.
right.
Awesome.
So moving right along, right? We thank you for that.
And
when is the date of the
conference,
event?
yeah.
Well, the date of the
Yes.
conference is the 7th and the 8th of April.
Oh
Okay,
my!
so-
Well,
so we want to know that because we got to make sure we're on the scene.
Yes.
We got to be on the scene.
Yes, so
Now
we'll be
we-
on the
we-
scene at the African Union.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
can
you know our
you-
celebrity
can you
photographer's
find
going
May
to be.
7th, right? It's
It's
April
a
7th.
website.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
we have a website, and our website is womenambassadorsfoundation.info.
Okay.
Did you get that? Did you hear that?
Foundation.info.
Yes.
Got
We're
that?
all invited. You're all invited.
Okay.
We will be on the
I want to
scene.
go. I want to be there.
Bring your friends.
Okay.
Okay, well, we have to move right along because we have some fun stuff for you today. I'm just going to keep it real. Okay, so why don't we talk about? Do we have everybody here for?
I see
A
a whole.
quick-
I
we
see a
wanna
whole lot
go-
of my people on the scene.
Well,
On the scene.
can we bring in real quick? Can we bring in Terrance? Is that's okay?
Terrance on the scene.
He's on the scene.
We were on the scene
Is
with him
he?
yesterday in Baltimore.
Can I move?
He is debuting his motion picture film. Oh,
We're gonna.
So you know what? Since
Can we bring that
Terrance,
chair right there for her and bring in
yes,
Terrance
yes.
here, please?
I was going to say since Terrance in the entertainment industry and I'm in the entertainment.
No, we want to leave you in here. Just move over, honey. Just get
Got it, baby girl.
We love it. I mean, no, don't move. No,
Nobody leaves. Nobody leaves.
Nobody leave. Well, you can see yourself now. Make
There
sure
we
you're
go.
on the screen. So tell us. Well, we're gonna say welcome first. He's in the house. That's all I can say. Can you tell me about Terrance Tykeem?
Oh,
Did I say that right? Did I say that?
Oh,
Bring
what is that
mic
you want to
to
know?
them.
Just everything?
No, I just want to say your name right
Oh,
first.
okay, okay.
we'll be here all evening.
He's
Yeah, I was
touched.
gonna say, yeah.
He's that.
I need a man.
Well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play that little video,
Okay.
that little promo
Yeah.
that says,
The
what's the
trailer.
name of it? The trailer that says
the-
"Touched,"
the
right? Is
trailer
that
from the
right?
That's correct.
Do we have that trailer in the house? We could play that, and this gonna tell you a little about the man up in here in the house.
That's how you do
And then I'm
it.
gonna say, who does he look like? Look at that pretty face.
Not often is there a film
I think I heard screaming when I was coming a couple nights ago. Nightmares again?
that forces us to face our fears.
So my brother's on his way up there.
So I guess Liz was right about him coming up here to visit that scumbag. Is there anything you need me to do?
And the truth.
This is Laura Carlton calling from the Center for Adult Survivors of Child Abuse.
Quite all right.
We appreciate everything that you do.
And if there's anything that we can do here at the church, feel free to call on us.
Hi, it's Julie. I'm not going to be able to make it to the group today.
Sorry to hear that, Julie.
Yeah, I'm really sorry.
If you're having a bad day, you just need some support, use my number.
One that highlights a reality for millions across the globe.
You know how many cases I've heard? Even you told me cases yourself about how these guys go into court with these high-powered lawyers and get away. But we're destroying kids' lives every day.
Give me the gun. What's going to be harder on Trish? You tell me, T. Forgetting about what happened or never seeing her father again? Now give me the gun.
Showing how countless adults
Sit with some stranger. Tell him about what happened to me. That right there let me know you don't know what you're talking about.
I know. I'm the one that's there with you. I know.
were able to heal upon having their innocence stolen.
First of all, I told you that I don't want to talk about that to anyone. You're basically asking me to relive all those experiences with good old Dad.
Tommy, you need to wake up.
Terrance Tykeem, the RSO and Diamond Mine Media Group bring you the star-studded cast. Tony Sirico, Stephen Baldwin, Denise Boutte, Alimi Ballard, Terry J. Vaughn, Mackenzie Phillips, Taylor Page, Brian Hooks, Selena Johnson, Octavio Pisano, Jacqueline Betham, Omarosa, Angel Conwell, Adrian Paul, Mama Jones, Ramona Rizzo, Shar Jackson, Gilly the Kid, Nakia Dillard, Pastor Alan E. Waller, and Keon Dooling brings you Touched, the groundbreaking and inspiring 4-part miniseries about overcoming and moving forward. Experience it. Coming soon.
And this was part of the D Extreme. I mean, what I love about what you were doing, you weren't only in the city promoting film, but you were part of a great event where it was inspiring women
Yes,
to
he
be
was.
better.
Yeah.
And I tell you,
Extraordinary
he
was the
loves
name of his
people,
film,
and I want you to share more about this movie, but just want to give a shout out to D Extreme and having
thank
you out.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Cassandra, she killed me for forgetting her name.
Cassandra,
Ferguson.
okay.
It was really great. Thank you for having me speak at the event yesterday. They showed the trailer and we talked about it, but I was able to just really be able to wherever there's children, where there's women, I go and I speak about it because this whole
extraordinary, right?
Extraordinary.
Extraordinary.
Yeah.
It
It's
was
the Be
awesome.
Extraordinary conference that happens every year,
Wow.
and it was yesterday, and it was great.
On the
It was
scene, we had a
really
great
powerful.
time.
It was on the
Yeah.
scene in a major way.
Who
We were on the
hosts
scene in a
that?
major way
Yeah.
yesterday, and
Who is the
The
host?
Extreme Conference. That was
yeah,
there.
the Be,
That
the,
was
the
that
Be
was
Extreme Expo.
B with an X.
Yeah.
Is that happen every year?
Yeah, they have that every year. So they invited me yesterday, and I spoke at it, and we talked about it because everywhere, like doing this film was something personal to me because I went through that foster care system, and I was able to fight off being abused, but there were so many people who weren't able to fight off being abused. And when I did the research and saw the numbers are just nothing but a pandemic at pandemic levels. It's 1 in every 4 women on the planet, 1 in every 6 men on the planet been sexually abused. So I wanted to do something and do it on a major scale. So I knew I had to get these.
And they had a lot of people. Can you show those pictures for Extraordinary?
It was fascinating.
It's the
It was
5th,
nice.
Man.
and it says Extraordinary, and they had a lot of people. I mean, I took a picture of that group shot, and there had to be. I mean, before that, it had to be over 200 students with their moms and parents.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
there.
that's
It was, like,
that's the
really
kind of audience
nice.
you got to speak to. You have to speak to people.
The youth.
Yeah, the youth, because the youth have to understand that they got to
Yeah,
be
it was
able to
very
talk
nice.
about it. Because right now they keep trying to sweep it under the rug. So, and like me being an athlete, I saw so much because I played in the NFL briefly.
Right.
And,
and
after
that's
that,
a show right there, right?
It was
Be
such an
Extraordinary,
energy
yeah.
there. It was such an energy there.
That's the show right there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was so beautiful, and being able to speak to that kind of crowd about this particular issue, it said a lot. It showed that they were really receptive. So everywhere I go right now, they're receptive to the project and everything.
Wow.
Tell a little more about your filmmaking.
Oh,
Well,
please, yeah, because it's getting ready to go.
Well, we just did a deal with the Lifetime Network. It'll be on Lifetime this coming fall. It'll be on Lifetime. But also, I have a meeting on May 28th with Oprah, with Gayle King and the OWN Network as well. So,
and you was on a show recently too. Are you getting ready to go on a show, or just
Well,
just
I was supposed to do
yeah.
Melissa Harris Perry's show
Right.
on MSNBC, but
Right.
something just happened with her with the whole network. I don't
Okay.
know. But it may still happen. I'm not sure. And then
Okay.
also I'll be on CNN sometime next. I think it's April the 18th. I'll be on CNN.
Good.
So we're
Well,
starting to do a lot
he's
more national media now because this issue has to go national.
And this is such a great type of the create a conscience for the younger generation
That's
to
right.
be able to
That's
recognize
right.
that
That's right.
they need to be more aware
That's
about
right.
what is
That's right.
going on in the world and protect themselves
That's right.
and their neighbor and their friends.
That's right. Be able to talk about it.
That we can talk about it now.
Yeah.
We didn't talk
We also
about it.
we also
Can we
want
yeah,
to say that
show
we
the
want to bring
pictures
you
from
back.
Extraordinary,
We want to bring you
please?
back on the scene. We want to get him at Howard.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah,
To the
Howard
scene. We're gonna
University.
get him on the
yeah,
scene
yeah.
because this is something Howard University needs, and the students would love.
Yes.
They love on you and get behind you, man.
Well,
We look
I already
forward to your presence at Howard
Yeah, well, we can
University.
y'all want to talk about. Well, we're doing screenings in the market, so I definitely want to do one
Yes,
at Howard.
please. Can we show the pictures for Extraordinary
show 'em
real
on the
quick?
scene. This is
It's
live
for
on
the
the scene.
5th Extraordinary events, and he was on the screen
Oh, it was-
on
it
the
was-
scene.
it was
Yeah, we
beautiful.
have
It was a
some
beautiful night. It was a
footage from
beautiful
that.
night.
It was nice.
It was nice.
Yeah.
It was
So
all
if we
day-
have any
all day
pictures,
conference.
It was
I
all
know
day
Miss
long.
Annapolis and Miss Baltimore was there, and then I was getting my makeup done. And I mean, I was doing all kind of stuff because I needed to be on the scene too, right?
You were being the Hollywood.
Yeah, I was Hollywood, absolutely, yes.
They did her makeup. You got the picture of them doing their makeup on the scene?
Well, there we go. We're gonna, yes,
Okay,
yes,
there
we
go.
do. And we're
There
gonna
we go,
show it real
Terrance.
quick. And there
There
we
we
go.
go.
On the scene. Terrance,
And
is
that's
that
our
you?
friend Joy there.
Yeah,
Sylvia, your buddy. Hey,
really nice, too.
we represent her on the scene. There
on
we go.
The scene.
Oh,
there
look
we
who's
go.
on.
Oh, yeah, there you
That
go.
That's gorgeous.
That's
All
my
right.
community.
So-
I was chaplain through there.
Was it a fundraiser?
Yes.
Was it a fundraiser?
It was a full conference.
Yeah, fundraiser. Yeah. I mean, it was a conference. They had they raised funds for different organizations, and they gave the majority of the funds to those organizations, and it was really nice. I was just honored to be there. Like I said, whenever there's an event where there's women and there's people who are receptive to that message, I always go there because we did this film ourselves. We spent the money out of our pocket to do this film. We knew nobody would give us money to do it because they're running from the issue. They're acting like it's not happening to all of these kids. You know what I'm saying? They're just running from the issue. They're being irresponsible. So we did the film, and now we have all this national media, and now we've got the networks pick the film up. So it's a beautiful thing.
So you are actually creating a movement right now.
Yeah, well, you have to create a movement if you want to make change. Like child abuse is something that, for whatever reason, they'll talk about everything on TV and in the media, but they won't talk about what's happening to all these kids, and I take that really personal.
Well, we got your
Okay,
back.
we have you. Yes, we do.
You're on the scene.
And we thank you for
Bring you
coming
back
on
on the
machine.
scene.
Yeah, and if you
Please
can hang
do.
around, we'll try to get you real quick. But we're
I'll
gonna.
be back.
Can we do that? So right now we're gonna fast forward because we're pressed for time. So can we do one thing? Can we bring on the designer and also the ladies that was here in the house for? Hey, what is it? Mrs.
Washington,
America,
Mrs. America,
DC.
DC.
Come
She's
on
in the
Look at
house.
this. Wow. Yes.
Come
Well,
join
let's
us.
have it. Can I have it?
Let's move down.
Let's move down.
Yeah, just come on and can I have the
closer.
designer?
I'd already told my wife since last night I love beautiful women around me. She was like, okay, all right.
Well, you said,
But I told her, don't. I said, I told her when you see the pictures, they were all over the place.
Okay, moving fast forward.
I had to warn
Fast
the first
forward.
lady,
Yes.
you know?
so
we
I
have,
so we have here. Can you introduce us a little bit?
yes, can we have the mic for that one? Because she's standing here real quick. Can we show the pictures from the first part of the show for
Miss DC America.
yeah, the photos from DC America. It says first part of the show, even though we kind of moved
At
it
the
along
French
a little
Embassy.
bit.
We were
At
on the
French
scene. It
Embassy,
was really,
yeah.
really nice. They did a first class event. It was fun. They did
It says first part of the show, and it says show.
fashion show
photos.
representing all the sectors of DC.
Yes, but we're going to let her tell you real quick because we're pressed for time. Please.
Good
Introduce you.
afternoon. My name is Ella Reeves, and I'm happy to be here. I'm a designer. I'm in South Jersey. I made what I have on, and I made all
stunning.
of
Welcome
Mistress
on the scene.
Navy Yard, DC. And she wore those clothes very well. Miss
Yes,
Navy
she
Yard, would
did.
you
Say
like to
it to
stand so
her.
they can see that dress?
Oh, yes, please stand. Yeah, look. Ooh. Come a little closer this way, girl. Show it here.
Turn around,
Can
let
you
them
see
see
it
the
from
back
there?
also.
Now, look at her. Oh, my. Work it up in the house. And say something to tell them something.
And
how-
if
what
you
it-
were on the
yeah.
scene, you saw what she had on that red dress, the black dress. So I'll give her the mic, let her say a few words.
Yes, please.
She's my niece.
Oh, she's beautiful and welcome.
Well, I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you guys for the invitation.
Absolutely.
The journey of Mrs. DC America was a beautiful experience for me. I was Mrs. Navy Yard. I stand on the platform of educating others and getting people to know more about becoming an organ donor. So this year I do plan on doing more with that. Like my aunt said, she is the beautiful designer, creative idea of everything that I wore yesterday, from
Beautiful.
my interview to the opening numbers.
And she
to
was
the evening
stunning.
round,
Show
to
those
my
pictures.
costume, to
First part of the
everything.
show.
Oh, yeah, I did a top flight. It was nice.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was
So
really
we
nice.
have another lady here. Can you tell us?
This is the well, before the queen, the new queen, we have the former queen,
Yes.
Miss DC 2015, second runner-up, Skip Hughes. So we're so honored to have you here today because just the last minute, and she showed up today.
Oh, we appreciate it. Thank you
we
so
appreciate
much.
you.
You're
Well,
thank
gorgeous.
you so much for having
Look
me
at
today.
that. Look at. Oh my.
That was
Lots
the
of stuff.
performance there during halftime.
Yes. So tell them about yourself. What, how
Tell
you
us a
feel
little bit more
yeah.
about you and your platform. Aside
Look
and
at the outfits
just
here.
being beautiful
Wow.
queen, you also doing something different for the community as well.
Yes. So my name is Skip Thongpia-Hughes. I am.
Look at that in the house. That's a, go
I
ahead.
am the second runner-up Mrs. DC Downtown America 2016 to 15. So I'll be honest to be there last night to see the beautiful new queen and other colleagues, and I'll be happy to share with you with some of my experience.
But you could tell us about it. We'd love to hear it.
that was Miss Downtown.
Look at you.
That was last night VIP event at L2.
Oh my.
That
look
is
at
the
that.
Miss DC.
All right.
So,
Yeah, Miss DC.
I just want to back into a little bit about myself. How
Very
I get
quickly,
into Miss
uh-huh.
DC.
Yes,
I was
please.
born and raised in Thailand with one of the 8 children in the rice farmer. I
Okay.
had never dreamed that I would be living in this another side of the world.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. We have an international
So,
table here.
Yes, USA is a gift. My family is a gift.
Oh,
Wow.
you're so.
And my career is a gift.
Oh, we love you too.
When we see
Yeah.
life as a gift and we live it by design, not by default,
Yes.
then we realize each one of us is a gift. We use our gift to bless and serve the other.
Right.
Then we end up receive so much more in return.
Yes.
As Mrs. DC, when I contested, I feel like, oh, do I'm ready for this? This is the
Yes,
big
you
step
are.
for me.
Right.
This is like
Right.
something out of my comfort zone, but I decide to do it, to show other
Good.
people that anybody can do anything they want to do.
Beautiful. Wow.
Wow. Thank
so I
you.
step out and I do it. I'm so proud that I was
Thank
the
you.
second runner-up. I'm
Thank
very
you.
happy. I'm continue to support every other woman
Yes.
that they can do. Just start from their mind,
Yes.
so they can step up and do bigger thing than me.
Absolutely.
You know,
We
that's
appreciate
one
it.
thing I love about a lot of people don't realize that passion is not just beauty; it's the brain
Yes.
and the heart that they
Yes.
have for the community. And I met so many passion from Pacific Passion American, Miss DC, Miss World, Miss American. Most of these ladies have such beautiful heart that want
They
to
do.
help change the world.
Yes. Well,
So
we-
thank you.
So we're
We
so
thank
glad you
you.
came on the
Thank
scene.
you.
Look,
And
you
can
are
you-
now on the scene,
You
and
are on
there's
the
billions
scene,
of
and
people
please come
Excellent,
back.
that heard
excellent.
about what you are
Wow.
doing.
I just wanna say-
Inspiring.
Can I say? Can you tell them where we could find you? Yeah, we're gonna just move right here. Can you tell them where to find your fashion one more time, real quick?
You can find me on Facebook as Ella's Creation and also ellascreation.net.
Is it L like L or EL or not?
ELLAS.
Ella, okay.
Ella's Creation. Thank
Well,
you.
thank.
For having
Oh,
me.
thank
Thank
you.
you,
And Jersey
thank
in the house.
you.
Where can we find you?
I actually working as a realtor at Keller Williams
There you
Weston.
go.
I
There we
also
go.
belong to a multi-million-dollar sales club and top producer at Northern
Wonderful.
Virginia Realtor Association. You can find me on Facebook, and we can, connect it. and
All
work
right.
together.
Thank you. And where can
I
we
myself
find?
is also on Facebook, Rosetta Reeves-Hubbard, so you can search me there. I also have an Instagram, Elite Petals Events. I do event
Wonderful.
planning.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
And you can find me at Donald Trump's house.
And you know where to find me on the
Ladies,
scene.
thank you for being on the scene,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
And make sure you let all your
Wow.
friends know about Patricia McDougall online. Tell them to go to her Facebook.
Yes.
She is always on the scene.
Yes.
So you know, never know when she's going to capture you.
All right. Now, well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for
Can we
joining
show-
us.
Can we show the pictures right now from Howard University, the Business Forum? It's the third one. We're going to talk about that one a little bit, and then we're going to move it real fast because we're up against time. Literally, we have a call in. And so, yes, thank
Is
you
this
so
family?
much.
All families going
Wow.
with you.
Thank you for coming.
We have a special guest coming on.
Okay.
And Patricia and I were on the scene.
Okay.
It was an event past where we honored some trailblazers.
Wow.
And I played a little college and played a little semi-pro ball. And I found out some history at this Trailblazer event.
Oh, we're doing
and I had
that
a
one?
special guest coming online.
Is that the Business
Yeah,
Forum? The
no,
church?
this is
Which one?
James Jimmy Walker.
Oh, yes, please. We're going to get James on.
Jimmy Jones.
Yes, please.
And let me tell you, he got a story to tell you.
Yeah, real fast. Yeah.
And it was so good to meet him. And then I got another guest on the scene that's on his. Oh, he in the house.
But we're going to have
just
to
dropping
move.
on the scene with it. See, that's one thing about this show. We're always on the scene. We're going to know who drops in. We're going to know when we drop in. So just be prepared. You can be on the scene.
Yes. We're going to see if we can get Jimmy on the line.
Can we get Jimmy on?
He's been calling.
Jimmy, you in the house?
I'm plugging him in now. See if we can get him online because he's been waiting.
Man, what you know?
Oh,
You know
say I
anything
don't
about
have
little
the right
basketball?
one?
Little basketball. Oh yeah, you know I hang
Is
out
he
with
on?
the kids all the time, so you know I can do something.
I knew.
They always challenging me.
If we can't get him in,
Wait 1 second. Excuse me. You don't hear him? Can you call him on your line and plug into your phone, maybe? This is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have a case.
But I got my man Stuart on the scene. You know, while we get
That's
him,
okay,
let's go ahead and get
yeah.
Stuart in here. Stuart.
Okay, we're gonna. Can we introduce? Yes, my man Stuart.
I got a good friend of mine on this scene.
Yes, we will take
and Stuart Anderson.
Yes.
I just want you to share a little bit. I'm so glad you received my call.
Man,
That daylight
you know
got
what?
everybody, didn't it?
It's look, so much. The daylight, then yesterday, so much going on. In addition to what I do with Family and Friends of Incarcerated People, which is an organization grew out of my heart, working for the families of those who are incarcerated. I'm also honored to be the campaign manager for somebody running for city council, Trayon White. And so that's very demanding, trying
That's
to
correct.
just
That's
build this
correct.
campaign up. And then I'm running a business, so I got to eat, right? Because none of that feeds me.
That's right. That's right.
And I'm honored to be here with Patricia.
Well, we thank you. We excited you're here in the house.
I didn't connect the dots. Patricia and I were together on the scene.
I don't
On
know.
the
I'm always on the
scene.
scene. We
On the scene.
We have a couple of events we do. I don't know,
Yes.
but I mean, we got
Ivy Coast.
Ivy Coast event. Yes,
I was
yes.
like, wow, okay, cool. So I was
Yeah,
glad
thank
that Ruth
you.
called me so I could come out and hang out with you.
We
And
love
y'all
it.
had some
Thank
powerful
you.
people in
Hey,
here on the
we
scene.
only got a few more minutes, but we're gonna get them all on the scene. So please tell them where to find you and tell them the synopsis because we're gonna move forward.
If you want to find out more about me, look for Family and Friends of Incarcerated People. .org on
Yes,
the web. You can
yes.
also catch me on Facebook, Stuart Anderson.
Okay.
And we do a lot of stuff with the youth. We do a lot of things. You can call me, 202-239-9439. My number's like the hotline, so you might call and you can't leave a message.
I got you. All right.
And if you like to write me, you can drop me off something at P.O. Box 91621.
Just plug it in. Yeah.
How long have you been working with incarcerated?
So I've actually been doing the work for about 30 years now. And we do some phenomenal stuff. Maybe some point in time in the future we got more time. I'll come back.
No,
drop
you can
in
come
on
back.
the scene.
Hey, you can come back and see it anytime. Just let us know. We'll plug you right in.
Definitely.
Can we show some?
Stick around a moment, because
yes.
you're a baller.
Definitely.
Back in the day,
You know what I'm
baller.
saying?
Yes.
That's it.
Yes. Can
Little
we
things
show
people
some
don't know
pictures
about us,
from the fourth business meeting, the church, or either the one for the third for Howard, the business forum? I mean, there's so much stuff we did. I mean, we probably can't cover it all. Look at that. See, that's
On the
that's
scene.
her.
On the
Very
scene.
nice.
She was on the scene.
Always.
Hey,
look, is that you?
I can't hang with this lady and not be on the scene.
White House.
I can't hang around Patricia and not stay on the scene.
We got to show it all. I mean, we was in so many places, but there was one that I really enjoyed. One person I loved meeting, and her name is Dr. Thomasita. I know I'm probably saying it. Tamisha Duru. She had a book, Never Give Up. I mean, literally never give up. And I work at Howard, and I was walking past the office, and I saw her, and it said, "Pain is temporary, quitting lasts forever. I suffered in silence." And I'm going to bring her on the show. My plate was full today, so I couldn't bring her. But you know what? She's coming on the show. So I just wanted to give a shout out to her briefly. And the ones they're showing here, Rue, can you elaborate real fast on the ones right here? Was a political event at the church?
I wouldn't call it political, but I guess it was political.
Well, you can phrase it better. It was very interesting, and I enjoyed meeting
clergy
everybody.
businessman. Everything, I'm a businessman.
And he wore the part. Look at that suit. He was looking all charming and everything.
Clergy business. We had a network where we wanted our communities to know who are the
Who's
leaders,
in
and
the
we're
house.
looking for new leadership. And we got to bridge the three areas: government, private, nonprofit, and we all have to come together in this day and time.
What's your
order to
suit?
bring? I am a community leader. I'm a chaplain. I am.
That's what that.
Yeah, I'm a chaplain.
You're a chaplain too?
It's a lot.
Oh my goodness.
The life and times of God.
I wear some hats.
There's the former lieutenant governor.
Look at that. So we're gonna
Virginia.
so we're gonna not to change the subject real quick. I just want one picture. We're gonna bring Tweety on there real quick, real fast. Tweety Bird, can you come in the house and bring the chair up? And if you don't mind, if you can pull a chair over, and you can stay in there if you want. Just pull a chair over. And can we show the pictures from the second Howard University Helping Hands? Because the students were out there holding hands, sharing. Is Jimmy on?
Jimmy, you on the line?
No. You still can't get them on?
I see him here. I see him here, but I don't think they got him plugged in.
Okay.
Jimmy.
Okay, Tweety Bird is in the house. Is that it? Hey.
Welcome to the house.
So we're gonna,
Hello,
can you come
how
a
are
little
you?
closer and tell about Tweety real quick? Because we only have like 2 more minutes or 3.
Well,
4, 5.
Tweety Bird and I met when she was 3 years old. Her mother was my friend, and I stopped by her mother's house to see her, and she was out on the front of the Clifton Terrace. And by the way, NBC covered this whole story last week. Tweety Bird at 3 years old was outside by herself. We're talking 43 years ago.
We want to see her. Come a little close and turn that way, Tweety.
And I asked her where was her mother.
Stuart, you got to hear this.
And at 3 years old, she said to me, "My mother is upstairs on the floor dead."
Yeah, it's really sad. Yeah.
I'm telling you, I haven't seen her for 43 years. Wow. She came on Facebook. She saw a picture of me.
Oh my!
And I grabbed her by the hand. I took upstairs because at 3 years old, who's 3 years old and knows how to say your mother's up on the floor dead? Yeah. So she told me that God etched a picture of my face in her brain, in her mind. Wow. And she saw my picture on Facebook. And what happened, Tweety Bird?
Tweety?
I saw her picture on Facebook, and I knew instantly it was Bunny. That's the name I called her.
What did you call her?
Bunny.
Bunny.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's your new name on the show, Bunny.
Bunny.
And so she said, "I think you may be the woman who saved me the day that my mother was murdered." Wow. And I was gonna say for the first time in 43 years. Wow. 43 years.
43
folks.
years. Wow.
And when we met, NBC was there, the documentary people were there, everybody was there.
That? Not today.
And we
don't have time. Sorry.
We'll bring it back.
Can we come back on? Because you know what?
We really want to
Tweety,
take some time.
we really want to take time to know how her life developed from that whole scene and to talk about it and bring her back on. It's very important because we live our lives, we go through so much. That's why I put up that suffered in silence, because that was so important. So I'm gonna have you come on when I bring her. I mean, because she had a whole different scenario, but I want to be able to share your video and to talk about it a little bit more. What do you think,
You never
Jan?
know what a person has gone through. I look at you, beautiful, elegant, obviously bright, wonderful. You never know the journey that people have been on.
And Jan, let me say something about you today.
Yeah, Jan,
You
look at
came
her.
up here in that blue with a necklace to match, with that hair and the makeup.
don't
I was
know.
like, oh my God, she looks
Beautiful.
absolutely
You don't know.
gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Oh, so, and it's the second
love
time
her.
I've seen her do this.
She got not only swag, but she got super swagger extra.
And look,
super swagger extra.
And look, tried to act, like it was undercover. She was talking about the doctor here, who I have fallen in love with right off the break, Dr. Marilyn.
Marilyn, yes, yes. See, so, so just tell us in a synopsis, what are you doing right now? Oh, she's my mentor too. I love her. Can you tell us, like right now, what you're doing?
Right now, I want to write a book. I want to be an inspiration for other children that's going through what I've been through.
Right.
As in last week, we had a similar incident in Cheverly, Maryland, where the guy went in and shot the sister and her.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Is Jimmy
so
on?
sad.
Is he on?
Jimmy.
Still? No.
Oh, he is on, but it's something's not plugged in right.
Well, try something else. Yeah.
Jimmy, I can hear you.
I'm sorry. We're trying to get
Jimmy,
Jimmy
you
on,
there?
Jimmy's the man.
We've been trying to get you for a minute. We can hear you. I might have to put you on speaker.
Put the mic on the speaker.
We're gonna,
You want me to do speaker?
We tried 2. You heard him?
I just
Maybe
put it on speaker. Let's see if the speaker make a difference.
Take him off yours. Oh, Jimmy, I think you're on. Is he on yours?
I have it on speaker.
Yes.
Put a microphone.
Jimmy, we got you on speaker. Can say something? Let's see. Hello?
Just put it close.
Oh, that's good. You were on the scene with us already.
I guess so.
Now you can hear you.
Well, we only have 2 more minutes, Jimmy. So tell us about yourself real quick in a nutshell.
And listen, the last time
And
we
then
were
we
on
have
the
a video
scene, you
of
were on the
him.
scene taking
Yeah.
photos there. Remember at the Trailblazer.
Yes, you want to hold this right here so maybe I can try to find it?
So Jimmy, let's get. She. Go ahead. Yeah. Jimmy, you know what? I want to make sure that you meet a good friend of mine too. We were talking so much about you, Dr. Joe Freeman. He was a chaplain at the Washington for the Bullets back in the day. and we're going to connect. But I want you to.
Back in the day, we didn't have no chaplain.
I know. Isn't that something you were telling me that story?
A lot of things we didn't have back in the day. Just briefly, I grew up in Louisiana, little country boy, went to Grambling State University. My coach was Fred Hobby, and of course the great Eddie Robinson was there. And these guys really shaped my life because I was raised by my grandmother, and I had a lot of men in my life really shaped me. And like I say, the culmination is of course the Lord Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Do we have time to play that little video? I don't know. We had a video of him. It was an interview, and just to show his face.
And Jim is such a humble guy. I mean, when you're talking about ABA and you're talking about NBA, and then scoring and they just inducted. I mean, no, they nominated him. Correct me if I'm for the NBA Hall of Fame, which I believe should have been in there.
Well, first of all, it's not the NBA Hall of Fame.
I mean, it's the basketball Hall of Fame. That's even bigger. That's correct.
Yeah, and because they put people in from all over the world, really. And obviously, in my mind, I'm a Hall of Famer, but it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen because I played in the ABA. As simple as that.
Yeah, but Dr. J played in the ABA too. And when I looked on those stats, I looked and I saw you right on that top 10, right along with Dr. J.
Yeah, but it's just the way things are, man. It really is. And I was telling someone at the award dinner, I say, as I've lived my life, it's been proven to me that all of history, the truth is not all there. There's a lot missing.
That's true.
And we have to learn to fill in the blanks on a lot of this stuff. So, like I said, for me, it doesn't bother me at all. My goal, is to help as many people as I can to understand how they can have a better life, especially in America, which is, it's the last hope for anybody in the world. That's why everybody's coming here.
And Jimmy, that's what I love about you. That's why I wanted you on the scene, because you take your faith into the marketplace, and people need to hear these stories. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, they do.
We got an activist right here. And there's some stories need to be told that are not being told. Sylvia, I mean, we got stories.
Yes, and Patricia McDougall is bringing
them.
She's
Hey,
bringing them on the
scene. Yes, I'm bringing everybody. These are my co-hosts. See, like we said, we have 2 more minutes left, and I just want to say 2 minutes, Jimmy, we love you, and we appreciate you. We need to show you a video, so we're going to have to bring you back on again, if that's okay with you.
Okay, well, thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for having me. Have a great day.
You.
Okay, and thank you for being on the scene with us.
And I just want to say, you know where to follow us, because we're going to be on here every week, and if you want to come on the show, you want to sponsor, you want to support, you want to just come out and have some fun, because we're in the house. We are in the house, and Sylvia, we got to.
I see you're having fun there, so enjoy.
You said the key word, fun.
Sylvia, you want to say a quick word before we shout it out and close it out?
Yes, I want to say, I just want to thank for Patricia for having me back on the show. I absolutely love it. Jan, you are all of everything.
Chintana and
you know what? This one comes in here every week looking like a movie star.
She is
every
a movie
day
star.
she comes in and I love it. She just and Rue.
You want to say something?
Yes, I just want to thank you for putting together this show, because one of the things that we are trying to do at the Women Ambassadors Foundation, of which I am the president, is to connect the talented and the connected. There is a lot of talent in Washington, D.C., but what they need is those hidden talents. They need a show,
and this show is for that.
To be connected to the connected.
And I'm glad you said that, because Sylvia is the first black writer ever Saturday Night Live. Right here in our backyard, in the nation's capital.
A lot of talent.
If Catherine Hepburn was here, Catherine would say,
what would she say?
Darling, sometimes when I'm feeling a little more sophisticated.
We are so honored to have
we got
you.
Barbara Walters. We've got all kind of women that we're going to be bringing on the scene.
Get Barbara Walters. Get Barbara Walters.
One a week. We're going to do one a week.
Look, so I will bring the heat.
Just getting warmed up. Let me tell you, this is the third show, and I'm excited because everybody wants to be on the show.
That's
so
true.
please,
That's true.
get with me early because we only have certain amount of seats. We're gonna have to just break out the back door and
You see, we got came in Listen Vision.
Patricia,
We came Listen Vision. We just gave him original
You guys
show.
are going to bring Tia back, right?
Tia, we're gonna bring you back for Tweety Bird because we love you and we heard so much about you, and we're gonna bring you back on too with all your women.
I'm glad that you are honoring women. because
Women.
Yes,
Women's
it's
Month,
Women's
Yes.
month. Every month is Women's
And
Month. in
Jan,
fact.
yes.
And to give just a few statistics, there are approximately 193 countries, and only 17 of them are headed by women.
Well, look at that.
So we need to increase that, but also in terms of parliamentary participation, there are approximately 193 countries in the world, and we are only 95
Did you
in the U.S.
That's
in terms of
95,
parliamentary.
95.
And guess which country sends the most,
Very
the largest
fast.
number of women
Yes.
to Parliament? Rwanda.
Rwanda.
Did you hear her say
62%. 62%
Oh my God, did
women.
y'all hear her
glad
say
you- I'm glad
We have
you
to
say
continue
that.
this conversation. Can I just say we're gonna wrap it up?
We'll
Patricia
wrap it up.
McDougall
Yes.
on the scene.
I'm gonna invite a
Rue,
friend.
Jan, just all say your name real quick. We're gonna close it out. Chintana, say your name.
Marilyn, Jan,
Patricia McDougall,
Dr. Rue in the
And-
house.
Stuart Anderson.
Tweety Bird.
and
Sylvia.
hello. Check it out. Thank you. Stay tuned next week on the scene.
감전한
There's thousands of people on the streets of Washington, D.C. today learning about the world in which we live.
We are on Embassy Row, and we're called the Embassy Row Hotel for a very great reason, because we're surrounded by all these fabulous countries.
Where embassies adopt local DC public school classrooms to teach the kids about their culture, their heritage, and expand their global awareness.
what do you hope to find here?
A lot of artifacts and probably meet an ambassador.
We're trying to show that there's a lot that the Arabs can offer, and there's a lot that brings the Arab together.
You like sugar cane, you're Asian. You like coconut juice, you're Asian. You like dancing, you're Asian.
This is a mark of friendship between Morocco and the United States.
We have the hospitality of Mozambique, and we have the beauty of my country.
This is done by women, and the skill is taught from mother to daughter.
The Gigantona dances around in the neighborhoods to celebrate all the different festivities.
We're showcasing photos of different parts of Colombia.
It's an opportunity to display our culture, our history, the potential of Libya.
This is a festival time for us. We prepare all the wide range of food, and it is a hit.
We're encouraged that we'll have a lot of tourists coming to visit Kenya.
We decided to have a tourism theme as Haiti is trying to progress away from the disaster of the earthquake.
We have a lot of good things in Ivory Coast, and since we have a new president, the President Ouattara, Côte d'Ivoire is back.
This is what's going to bring peace to the world. That's understanding each other, understanding each other's culture, educate each other about so many different aspects of their life.
We're glad because we get to interact with people from all over the world, not only Washingtonians, but also people from other places, so it's very wonderful.
We have a Belizean celebrity chef down there whom you should meet.
Today I'm representing the Maya, the Garifuna, the Mestizo, and the Creole.
I very much appreciate the efforts being made by your team and the wider community in Washington to really embrace the idea of cultural exchange, to embrace the idea of multilateralism.
We are trying to show that we are a little bit more than samba and soccer, but of course we love those things as well.
By now, more people learned in one day about what happens in our countries than they would otherwise to many